Chazael does have a distinct fragrance to it, although we do not add any kind of foreign substance to it. We use a lot of essential oils, and each essential oil has its own distinct smell to it. Many of our customers really do like the fragrance, and the fragrance doesn't last. You put it on, it's there no more than a couple of minutes, absorbs into the skin, and you don't even know you have it on anymore. Yes, people have used this for sciatica, piriformis syndrome. With this, though, you have to realize that a lot of this pain originates from the back itself, deep down in the spinal column to where your nerve roots are. When they're affected, when they're impinged upon, then they will cause the corresponding muscles, which one is the piriformis, and also the corresponding nerves, which would be the sciatica, to be flared up. If you can get to the origin of the pain, then yes, it's going to make a difference. With the piriformis, it will make a difference if you can get it in there and rub it in there deep enough. Again, you have to remember that the gluteus maximus, which is a big butt muscle, covers the piriformis, so you're going to have to do more than one application to get it down in there, and you're going to have to massage it in pretty well. As far as sciatica, again, you need to get to the source, to where the pain is. If you can get it into an area, into the low back, that is the source, like maybe the sacrum, which we do quite extensively here at the clinic, we do get relief from that. We do have some people that have brought Khaz-aw-el and said that it didn't do anything for them, but they didn't clarify what they were trying to use it for or what the condition was. How they used it, how much they used it, how often they use it, this all makes a difference. If you have an acute problem, you're going to need to use Khaz-aw-el more often, and you're going to have to use a lot of it. If you have a chronic problem, the same thing's going to come down at where you're going to have to use quite a bit of it, and then you're going to have to use it more often. Once you tap that pain down, or for whatever reason you're using it for, sore muscles and so on, you should see some progress. But I have had patients that have used it and they said it didn't work, and I'm asking them how much they use, and they go, well, I used maybe about, you know, a nickel size on it, and that doesn't work. If you're addressing a muscle in the low back or into the buttocks, those are big muscles. You know, if you put a couple of drops there, you ain't gonna get any kind of relief from this. How I usually use it on a patient is I'll put it on first, I'll massage it in lightly, let it sit for a couple of minutes so it starts to tap down the pain. Then I come back and I put another heavier coat on, and then I really massage that in well, and we have really good success with that kind of application. Being that Khaz-aw-el is a topical solution, people with heart conditions or other kind of conditions, Khaz-aw-el should not affect their condition at all. If you use it on muscular pain, it will be absorbed right into the muscle. It does not go systemic. It doesn't go through the whole circulatory system to affect the heart. So no, you shouldn't have any problem with that. And again, we do have numerous patients at our clinic that have heart problems, and there's days I just take and bathe them in Khaz-aw-el and knock their pain down, and we do not have any adverse effects from it. Okay, we do have many people that are using Khaz-aw-el for different nerve pains. We have them use it for diabetic neuropathies, which it helps a lot. Trigeminal neuralgia is a nerve condition. I haven't used it exclusively on anybody in the clinic. I do have people with TMJ, but it's not exactly a nerve thing, but with the TMJ, but it does work on TMJ. It does work on other areas where the nerves are affected. As long as you can get the Khaz-aw-el into the area, it should help. It may not take it all the way, but it definitely should damp it down enough to where you're not being constantly gnawed at by the pain. If you do live locally in the North Idaho area, Hayden, Coeur d'Alene, surrounding areas, you can come into Joshua Tree Physical Therapy and you can talk to our front desk person, and she will be more than happy to get you as many bottles you want and explain how to use it. And if you need to directly talk to me, I will be more than happy to come up and teach you how to use this and when to use this. People want to know if we do have PayPal. As of this video, we will have PayPal, so you will be able to access our product through PayPal. Yes, you can call an order here at Joshua Tree Physical Therapy. Our number is area code 208-772-9774. You can also access the product on our website under Chazael. Question is, does Khaz-aw-el work for costochondritis? Costochondritis is a very difficult diagnosis to deal with, being that the cartilage in the chest is constantly expanding and contracting. So that makes it difficult for the healing process to take place. You have to target the certain areas with it. It does work. I just had a patient that was in a car accident. He developed costochondritis. It took us a number of weeks between physical therapy and using Chazael exclusively, and he also took it home. But he walked out of here today and he has no pain and he's able to do exercises. So yes, it does work, but you probably need to have some professional physical therapist help you direct you on how to apply it and get the most benefit out of the product. Khaz-aw-el can help with a total knee replacement, being that you do have the bone removed and you do have a prosthesis in there. It's not going to affect the prosthesis, but it will help the surrounding musculature, especially the hamstrings and the quadriceps, which do tighten up after that surgery. It takes quite vigorous massage to get the lotion deep into the muscle, and also you have to get the whole muscle. So you got to remember that your hamstrings start up by your buttocks and go all the way down onto the other side of your knee, and basically your quadriceps start up by the pelvis and again down over the kneecap. So you have to address the whole muscle with that. So you're going to be using a lot of Chazael to achieve the kind of results that you would be looking for. Khaz-aw-el doesn't affect the heart, and it doesn't have any effect on blood thinners. I have numerous patients in here that are on blood thinners, and we use Khaz-aw-el exclusively on them, and there are no side effects. So it does not go systemic. You don't have any worry about that. I have a number of patients that use Khaz-aw-el for night cramps in their legs and restless leg syndrome, and it works extremely well for them. You're going to have to target probably the whole calf muscle all the way down into the foot. But I have a number of elderly patients that have to deal with this, and they say that the Khaz-aw-el lets them sleep through the night. So it does work for that. Gout, I haven't had anybody in the clinic that has had gout and used Khaz-aw-el. Being that gout is crystals in the joint, diet's going to be really important to you. Khaz-aw-el should help decrease some of the inflammation in the joint, but you have to get rid of the crystals, and that's going to be through diet. For general purposes with Khaz-aw-el, no, there is no need to check with a doctor. If you have some kind of rare condition, you might want to check with the doctor, but everything in Khaz-aw-el is all natural. There has not been any adverse side effects. We have sold tens of thousands of bottles, and we haven't had any negative results as far as like a side effect of it. People want to know what country this is made in. It's made in the country of Idaho, the back country of Idaho, also known as the state of Idaho. Emu oil is the product that is produced from the bird, the emu. When they do harvest the bird for meat, they take the oil of the bird and they actually refine that, and they use that in many products, and we use it in our product. It is a very good transporter of other substances such as oils in through the skin. So that's why we use emu oil. Khaz-aw-el has not been made to take internally. I would not try that. The first side effect, I think, of anybody trying to take this internally would be severe diarrhea and probably vomiting. So no, don't take it internally. Warfarin is a blood thinner, and there are different blood thinners out there on the market. We have covered this before, but we have numerous patients in here on blood thinners, and we use Chazael exclusively on them, and there are no side effects. So no, there isn't any problem using Chazael with warfarin or any other kind of blood thinner. Chazael can be left out at room temperature without any difficulty for actually several months. However, we do have people that buy numerous quantities of Chazael, and I tell them if they're going to have that stuff around for a while, just put it in a refrigerator, but there's really no need to refrigerate it if you're using it daily. Chazael doesn't contain CBD. It does contain many other oils. I have found that CBD topically does not seem to work so well for control of pain, so it was one of the oils that were excluded from the formula. Yes, you can use Chazael on your dog for joint pain, for muscle pulls, the same conditions that you would use it on it for yourself. The difference is that because they do have a lot of hair, you're going to have to use more Chazael, and you got to really massage it in there deep, but it works extremely well for pups that get hurt. Yes, you can use Chazael for bee stings, wasp stings, hornet stings, whatever. But I would caution you that if you are allergic to these kind of critters, you want to get yourself either right to the emergency room or have an EpiPen so that you don't go into any kind of adverse reaction with it. But I got hit with a hornet last week right in the leg. Felt like somebody hit me with a hot poker, and it would not go away. I put the Chazael on it. 5 minutes later, the pain was gone and no swelling. If you liked our question and answer segment, you can like us on Facebook. You can go over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. We will be having follow-ups on that. We will be having live Q&A segments down the road, and any other kind of content that might be addressed with Chazael or any other products on our website.